Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
Now at 6, a 20-year-old inmate at the Fulton County Jail fights for her life as the family of the woman charged with attacking her speaks out. Why they claim mental health played a role in the attack.
Singer and actor Tyrese Gibson turns himself into authorities 4 days after a warrant was issued for his arrest. The latest on the case involving 4 of his dogs that attacked and killed his neighbor's pet.
Plus, a video to show his generosity, a mea culpa to the woman he was seen pummeling, and a plea for mercy to the judge. But did any of that make a difference when it came to Sean Combs' sentencing? But we begin with breaking news in the ongoing saga over the Fulton County election interference investigation. A judge has issued a deadline or he will dismiss the case. Good evening, I'm Courtney Bryant.
And I'm Russ Spencer. This afternoon, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee gave the state prosecuting attorney's counsel 14 days to appoint a new prosecutor in the case, or else that case will be dismissed. McAfee's order comes after courts removed Fulton County DA Fani Willis from the case. Last month, the state Supreme Court upheld her removal over the appearance of impropriety related to her romantic relationship with special prosecutor Nathan Wade, whom she hired. Even though Wade left the case last year, the courts ruled that DA Willis should no longer prosecute this case.
The judge's order follows a surprise announcement from the state capitol today. A state Senate committee that has questioned the actions of Willis in the 2020 election interference case dropped another bombshell. At the end of a 90-minute public hearing, the committee chairman announced that Willis has apparently given up her legal fight and will testify before the committee next month. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is at the state capitol with the details. A lot of new developments tonight, Deidre.
A lot of new developments, that announcement coming during a 90-minute session this morning, that hearing underway at the state capitol. And as it wound to a close, we did learn that attorneys have been negotiating behind the scenes, apparently, with the committee chairman announcing that DA Fani Willis has agreed to appear before the panel and answer their questions next month.
We need her input. We need her to tell us what does she think is appropriate behavior by a prosecutor so that we can build it into the law.
Senator Bill Cowser chairs the Senate committee investigating Fulton County DA Fani Willis's alleged misconduct in connection with the Georgia elections interference case. After months of back and forth and legal challenges, the committee announced during Friday's hearing that Willis is scheduled to appear before them on November 13th. Attorneys are still working out the terms.
She has agreed to testify in front of our committee to honor our subpoena, and she wants to limit the scope of the questions. I'm negotiating that with her attorney now.
Willis came under fire after she was accused by one of the defendants in the elections interference case of having an inappropriate relationship with former special prosecutor Nathan Wade and having financially benefited from that relationship. Both Wade and Willis denied the accusations, but following multiple hearings and appeals, Wade stepped down. In September, the state Supreme Court held up a lower court ruling disqualifying DA Willis from the case.
I keep repeating, we're not on some witch hunt against Fani Willis here. You know, that's been left up to the judicial system, and essentially the courts have removed her from prosecution for a variety of reasons.
The Senate committee doesn't have the power to prosecute Willis or remove her from office, but can make recommendations as to whether new laws or ethical guidelines are needed for DAs in Georgia.
I think that's a good thing. She's been the center of attention so much, so it'll be good for her to actually come and give her side, so to speak.
Now, we did reach out to Attorney Willis's attorney for comment this afternoon, and we haven't yet heard back. We're still waiting to hear their response as to this latest news that dropped this morning. Reporting at the state capitol, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Deidre, thanks. On now to the government shutdown. CDC workers here in Atlanta are already feeling the effects. Today, Democrat gubernatorial candidate Jason Estevez spoke with furloughed CDC employees at a local roundtable. The state senator spoke with members of the local chapter of the Federation of Government Employees Union. He told them if he is elected governor, he will stand up for the workers and ensure the state of Georgia does better by them.
They are suffering from the fact that Donald Trump and Republicans refuse to put people over politics. And we are here to listen to their concerns at a time when our public health system is under attack, when science is under attack.
Today's event was part of a larger statewide tour where he is speaking with citizens on a wide range of issues.
The months-long saga for journalist Mario Guevara has come to an end. The Trump administration deported him to his native El Salvador. Guevara had been in ICE custody for more than 100 days after being arrested by Doraville police while covering a protest in opposition to the Trump administration in June. Doraville police dropped the local charges against him, but this week, the 11th Circuit Court rejected Guevara's request to stay in the U.S. because he didn't file the proper immigration paperwork.
A man is recovering after being shot outside a Southwest Atlanta adult club overnight. Atlanta police say the 35-year-old man and a friend were leaving the club on Empire Boulevard and going to their cars when they heard gunshots. The man was hit multiple times, then drove himself to the hospital. Police are still looking for the shooter.
Developing tonight, actor and singer Tyrese Gibson is out on bond. Earlier today, Gibson was booked into the Fulton County Jail on a misdemeanor charge of cruelty to animals. It comes after investigators say his Cane Corso Mastiffs killed a neighbor's dog in Buckhead back in September on the 18th. Gibson says the dogs have since been rehomed and that he is cooperating with authorities. He was released on a $20,000 bond. The family of an inmate charged in the most recent Fulton County Jail attack claims that the justice system has failed them.
The family of Shania White says their loved one has suffered from mental illness so badly, even they were afraid of her. Now they are also calling for the Fulton County Jail to be further investigated.
Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now from Fairburn with more on their story. Angelique?
Well, good evening to you both. The family says that they are aware that their loved one is responsible for that attack on the 20-year-old who is still on life support at the Fulton County Jail. But they also say they believe Fulton County officials, particularly those at the jail staff, are responsible for what happened.
I'm like, Shania, what is wrong? She was like, I need help, TT. It's not me, it's the voices.
Aunt Tiffany Patton says her niece, inmate Shania White, has suffered from schizophrenia so badly, even Patton is afraid of her. Patton told me she is the caretaker for her niece. She says she had the 27-year-old who was abused by family members as a child committed to a hospital for mental evaluation more than 5 times.
Whatever she's battling is evil, is you know what I'm saying? Like, it's strong, it's powerful, because I watched her one night, like, climbing up the walls. I have never seen that in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I was so terrified. But again, I don't like people to see me sweat, so I didn't want her to know I'm afraid for my life in here.
Patton says her niece used drugs to mask her mental illness. She says Shania had a baby in July, just days before she was arrested on drug charges and sent to the Fulton County Jail. Patton says she told Fulton County officials her niece was mentally ill. She believes the jail should have never put Shania and inmate Tiriana Ledbetter in the same cell together. She claims no one ever called her from the jail, and she found out about the attack by watching Fox 5 News.
I still, to this day, nobody reached out and told me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
How did you find out about it?
Watching Fox 5 News. I'm hurt for both of them, because that's mental health mixed with mental health, and y'all put them in a box together. That's like mixing oil and water. What you think gonna happen?
Now, we reached out to Sheriff Labatt's office to get their reaction to these new developments. A spokesperson told us that the office had answered all of the questions that they plan to answer about this active investigation. Live in Fairburn, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Well, as you know, Angelique, a significant percentage of the inmates in the Fulton County Jail suffer from mental illness. It is a real shame. Angelique, thank you. We turn now to a news alert. Investigators need help finding the people responsible for a series of home break-ins in DeKalb County. Police say over the last year, burglars have targeted homes in neighborhoods in the area of 2nd Avenue, Tilson Road, McAfee and Candler Roads, and White's Mill Road. The crimes typically happen between 7 at night and 5 in the morning. The men break in through rear windows or doors and cover security cameras. They have stolen electronics, jewelry, guns, and money.
Let's take you outside live to Sandy Springs on this Friday early in the evening. It has just been spectacular throughout the day. I mean, just beautiful to get that nice breeze, that nice crispness in the air as we head into the weekend.
It certainly does feel like fall now. Just keep it coming, David, if you can.
I think we're going to roll it into the weekend. Now we'll have some cloudiness to deal with, and I think maybe by the back half of the weekend, later on Sunday, some areas south of the city might have a shower or two, but nothing too grand. We look around the southeast, and we're pretty quiet, I would say, up and down the eastern seaboard as well, and a lot of warmth out there to our west, but that's really not coming our way. We're going to be fairly seasonal here as we march on into the, again, the first weekend of October. Here's what it looks like at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. We'll call it mostly cloudy with that mid and high level cloudiness. Pair of sevens right now after hitting 78 this afternoon. 60 was the low this morning, and I think we'll peak into the 50s by early tomorrow morning. Look at all the 70s we have out there from the mountains all the way through the south side. Got 80 in Rome. That's the lone standout. As we get High Five Sports, and crew's going to be out there covering all the games. Going to be great. Pre-games there in the mid to upper 70s. Kickoff there in the mid 70s and falling off into the 60s as the games end, and no weather worries across North Georgia. That is some good news. No lightning delays. We had that last week. All right, here's what's going on now. Overnight lows, yeah, I'd say that's kind of refreshing. Mid to upper 50s, low 50s, so some 40s up in the mountains, and then highs tomorrow afternoon with a blend of clouds and sunshine right there in the upper 70s to near 80s. Our average high at 79. Now, we are looking at temperatures to remain fairly seasonal in the days ahead, but by the time we get to the middle part of the week, we see a bit of a change. Not only is the temperature going up just a tad, so is the rain chance. We'll talk more about that coming your way at the bottom of the hour.